Imagine London in 1666, a bustling city filled with narrow, twisting streets and wooden houses topped with straw roofs. The city thrived along the busy Thames, a center of trade, culture, and ambition. But beneath this lively scene, a hidden danger waited, ready for a single spark to ignite a disaster no one could have predicted. With tightly packed buildings and limited firefighting tools, London stood on a fragile foundation. On the evening of September 1st, Thomas Fariner, the king's baker, was closing his bakery on Pudding Lane. Like many bakers of his time, he kept his oven fire burning overnight to prepare fresh bread for the morning. It was a common practice, but a risky one. In the dim light, a small ember escaped from the glowing oven, a tiny spark that would soon grow into a disaster no one could control. In the early hours of September 2nd, that tiny spark caught a wooden beam, smoldering quietly at first. Firefighting was primitive then. People relied on bucket brigades, leather pumps, and sometimes axes to pull down burning buildings. But there was no organized fire service, and no one understood how fast this small flame would turn into a city-wide inferno. As dawn broke, thick smoke poured from Fariner's bakery, darkening the sky. Flames began licking nearby houses, casting an eerie glow over the streets. Neighbors rushed outside, their faces full of fear and disbelief, helplessly watching the fire grow fiercer by the minute. The city was waking to a nightmare no one could stop. Desperate residents formed bucket brigades, passing water hand to hand in a frantic attempt to douse the flames. But the dry summer air and strong winds turned the fire into a ravenous beast. It leapt from house to house, engulfing wooden buildings faster than anyone could fight back. The fire's hunger seemed insatiable. The blaze tore through London's tightly packed streets with terrifying speed. Embers rode the wind like fiery messengers, landing on thatched roofs and wooden beams, setting them ablaze almost instantly. The fire grew into a roaring monster, consuming everything in its path. Entire streets vanished in flames, sending a crackling roar echoing through the city. For 4 relentless days, the fire consumed everything in its path. On day 1, it started in Pudding Lane. By day 2, over 300 homes were destroyed. Day 3 saw the flames reach the River Thames, a last hope to stop the fire. On day 4, the iconic St. Paul's Cathedral caught fire, its lead roof melting and pouring molten metal like tears onto the streets below. City officials struggled to respond. The Lord Mayor hesitated to order buildings pulled down, fearing economic loss and chaos. Meanwhile, chaos erupted in the streets as families fled with whatever they could carry, watching helplessly as their homes turned to ash. The fire seemed unstoppable. Many sought refuge along the Thames, loading belongings onto boats and barges. The river became a fragile sanctuary amid the blaze. Mothers held their children close. Neighbors comforted one another, all hoping for safety in the chaos. The fire spared nothing, not homes, churches, or public buildings. St. Paul's Cathedral, a symbol of London's heart and resilience, was consumed by flames. The city's most treasured landmarks crumbled into ruins, a painful reminder of the fire's devastating power. By September 6, the fire was finally contained. The devastation was staggering. Around 13,200 houses and 87 churches destroyed, leaving roughly 70,000 people homeless. Official records list few deaths, but the true human cost remains uncertain. The scale of loss was immense, reshaping London forever. As the smoke cleared, London was a city of charred ruins and broken dreams. Entire neighborhoods lay in ashes, and survivors faced the huge task of rebuilding their homes and lives. Hope flickered amid despair as people began imagining a future beyond the flames, determined to rise again. Architect Christopher Wren stepped forward with bold plans for rebuilding. His vision included wider streets, open spaces, and stone buildings designed to resist future fires. Though not all his ideas came to life, his redesign of St. Paul's Cathedral became a lasting symbol of hope and renewal. The Great Fire changed London forever. Afterward, new laws banned wooden construction in favor of brick and stone, making the city safer and more fire-resistant. These lessons reshaped urban planning and firefighting for generations, paving the way for the modern city. Today, London stands proud, a city shaped by fire and rebirth. Its skyline, crowned by the rebuilt St. Paul's Cathedral, tells a story of resilience and transformation that continues to inspire people worldwide. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Great Fire of London. History reminds us how even the darkest moments can spark hope and change. Like, subscribe, and share to explore more stories that shaped our world. Until next time, keep your curiosity burning bright.